Yo, welcome to the video, guys. Today we're going to talk about things Rise of Kingdoms should add to the game and things that I think would make the game way better. So to start off, we have a really simple one, which is a colorblind mode. There's no reason why I wouldn't be able to change the color of these marches. Why is there not an option to just simply change the color? You can just go into the settings and there's an option where you can say, okay, I want the enemy troops to be green, I want my troops to be blue, I want the allies troops to be purple. You can just change the color. You can have like 16 color presets or 8 color presets. You can choose what you want. Every single popular game I've ever played had a colorblind mode. And Rock is really the only game that doesn't have this. And I don't understand why. The next thing I would like to see is a pity system for gold and equipment keys. There are so many pity systems already in the game. There's now a new pity system for Zenith. There's a pity system for armament. There's a pity system for transmuting armaments. I think there should be a pity system where, for example, every 50 gold keys you can get one commander in full that you pick from your pity. Like if I pick Charles Martel, for every 50 gold keys I open, I can get 10 sculptures of Charles Martel. These commanders are mostly useless after KVK2 anyways, and it would help early game players to get these commanders. Same with the equipment keys. Most of these blueprints of these legendaries are just useless and only some are useful. If there's a pity where every, let's say, 400 crystal keys you open, you can get a guaranteed legendary blueprint of your choice, I think it would be much better than the current system. Of course, a guaranteed blueprint from these 12 available and not from the set pieces. Next thing I would like to see in the game is a 24/7 game mode that's always available, just really simple, and you can just always play it. It doesn't have to give any rewards. For example, the Olympia doesn't give that many rewards. If you play 2 matches a week, you get your 2 gold heads, and then you can play more for a chest, which gives like a day of speed ups and a bit of AP. It's really not that much. But Olympia is only available on weekends. I think there was a game mode that you can always play in, just 24/7. Just something combat related, so you can test out your commanders. Something like a mini Arc of Osiris maybe. I think it will help the player base to just connect better. Also, streamers would have a bit more content when there's nothing to do. When there's no KVK season and there's no Arc of Osiris, there's really nothing to do in this game. The next thing I would like to see in this game is an improvement to barb chaining. Many people barb chain, even though it's also a lot of pilots, but barb chaining itself is pretty unrewarding and very boring. You get some rewards, you don't really see the rewards you get. I mean, you see you see here it's a few speed ups, a bit of XP, some resources, some honor, but you don't really see your speed up count like really going up from after a day of barb chaining. Maybe it's 1 day more, it's 2 days more. What I'd like to see is not necessarily an increase in rewards. Maybe every 50 barbs each can be a random factor you kill. There should be like a little mini boss that spawns that gives a few more rewards, and the mini boss should feel like a reward. It should feel like that you always want to chase the next mini boss, and the mini boss shouldn't be a drag and be like, oh, another mini boss, I have to kill this guy again, it's so annoying. You should feel like, oh, it's only 20 more barbs and then I get another mini boss. Just something to make chaining a bit more interesting and not that boring of a thing to do, because chaining is really tiring. And if you're a free-to-play and low spender, you basically have to chain to be competitive in this game. And having to do something that's not fun is not really that great in my opinion. Next thing I would like to see, which is a very small thing, is a chat pop out. I would like to pop out this chat, make an extra window, and put it on my second screen, so I can see what's going on in the combat on my screen, and I can also chat at the same time. It's a very small thing, but I think it would be a nice quality of life improvement. Another thing I would like to see in Rock is something even simpler. If I'm in a murder ball and I have multiple marches, and some of them wrap around the enemy, you can see right here, I have my 2 hotkey on the Zuge, I can see it up here, and my 3 hotkey on the Queen. But from the dot mode kind of view, I can't differentiate between the two unless I look manually which one is which. And if I swap them and I look away and I look back, I don't know which one is Quinn, I don't know which one is Zuge. Instead of having this archer symbol, there can be a setting in your combat settings that instead of showing this archer symbol from my own marches, it should show the hotkey number. So for this march right here, it should show 2, and for this one, it should show the number 3. So then if my troops are in a position I don't like, one of my troops, but the other 4 marches are perfectly fine, I can just select the hotkey and I can move it individually. On the same note of combat, I would also like to see a proper report viewer in the game. There's no reason why I should have to use third-party tools to see how well my commander does on average. I can see single reports, but if I get 20 reports in one day, I can't see them all at once, and I can't see the average of all the reports, which is what I would think would be a really great feature. The next thing I would like to see is an easier way, or maybe another way to get passports. There's only 2 methods to getting passports currently, which is Alliance credits or the New World bundle. And both of those are either very expensive, which is the New World bundle, or very slow, which are the Alliance credits. If there could be a way to buy passports maybe with gems, maybe trade your resources for passports, I think it would be a great improvement, especially for the low spenders and free-to-play who can't migrate as often, but maybe who have to migrate more often than the high spenders, because they don't reach the requirements the kingdom has put for them. And if they can't migrate out, if they can't afford passport, they're just gonna get zeroed. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.